Hello and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be about celibacy, and what I like to say is abstaining, right? Abstaining is when you decide to step away from sex, and to me celibacy is when you are no longer going to have sex until you pass away. So that is not what my journey is, and you have to know what's best for you. I rather call mine abstaining until God has sent me the right man. Now, for those of you who have lived life and you have had experiences, for those of you, I'm gonna just say 30 plus, you know that sex is a very important act. And the way social media try to push sexism out there like it's just normal, you just hooking up with people and you just move on about your day. No, soul ties come with sex. If you're not spiritually tied together, married, and you have a spiritual connection and you agree on certain principles of life, and you at a certain connection and then the other person is at another connection, that can mess up your mind. Sex can be a distraction where you cannot focus on the reason why you are here, why God brought you here, because you're too busy lined up with that person. And then a lot of people, they use sex as a weapon. That's right. They can use sex to weaponize you to where you are not focused, which means that person is sent by the enemy.
Much TMI, but I'm gonna spill the real. I have been celibate for so long, and when I tell you my skin has never glowed like this, my body has never felt more amazing. I have never felt more pure, more whole, and I do this for a very long time. I honestly cannot remember the last time it was, and I'm not even joking. That is how long it has been. It does not matter if you are a man or a woman. Save your body, save your temple for someone who truly deserves you. You will know who is for you. Your body will naturally accept the person that you know you're worth. And your body will naturally decline somebody who's not meant for you, because it will be turbulence, toxicity, everything. Save your body for someone special, because you don't know what these people have attached to them. Some people have bad energy attached to them, and you lay in the bed with them and you basically are taking on them type of things. But I honestly feel good, and it's not like it's necessary for me. I mean, I am a water sign and you already know how we get down, but it's not nothing that like I crave, because what I do crave is my own self-love. I crave my own personal attention that I know I need. That I know what I give to myself, someone else is going to have to give to me also, and if not better, because I know what I'm worth. I know what I bring to the table. I know my own self-identity, my own authenticity, my own strength, my own everything. But I will say being celibate has just put me in a different mindset, and it's just really made me love myself even more, y'all.
Celibacy becomes very easy for a woman when she realizes that there is directly no man worth being involved with if he isn't helping to improve her life and loving her correctly. She can go months on top of months or even years. It's nothing.
So when you don't have sex, you're able to distinguish what's going on by not being hypnotized through sex. You're able to hear the person's conversation and how they're moving, and you know that you need to get rid of that, right? But if you start off having sex with someone, you will not pay attention to all of the red flags that it has been directly in your face from day one. And most people, they like to manipulate you through sex. You have some people who are, how can I say that? They are giants at having sex with people and manipulating them and getting your mind all twisted up. And especially as women, we have the gates. We open our legs. I consider those as gates into your temple, which is something special. And if you allow the wrong person to enter in your body, they are going to mess it up. Not only can they give you STDs and unwanted pregnancies, they can mess your life up to the point where you can die. You can let the wrong person between your legs and they could be crazy. They could turn around and kill you and your family and your children, people who have nothing to do with the decision that you are making. So that's why I believe that you should not be just out here having sex. You need to take a break to get to know what it is that you want in your life, so that you can be able to put the tools together that God has given you to do what you are here on earth to do.
Celibacy brings clarity Celibacy brings peace of mind. Celibacy brings you closer to a higher power, whatever higher power you believe in. Why do you think SMEX is pushed so much in society? Why do you think our media is heavily fueled with SMEX culture and promoting SMEX, right? It's so that we can stay disconnected from ourselves. Society really wants you to fail. Society doesn't want you to succeed. Society wants to keep you controlled, and SMEX is a big part of that control, right? That's why it's so promoted. But when you become celibate, oh my goodness, the benefits are endless. The way that you're able to connect with yourself and to commune with yourself in a higher power is literally unbelievable. People don't realize the benefits of being celibate and how clear your mind becomes and how much more you learn to not tolerate what you don't deserve, how much more you learn to respect yourself and to love yourself and to treat your body like the temple that it is, because your body essentially is housing your spirit. Your body is housing your soul. And so you want to treat it with the utmost respect. You want to make sure that you don't allow just anybody to share your body because it is precious. So yeah, being celibate is actually a huge flex. Seriously.
So everybody's been asking me, like, Kiki, how you been celibate? Why you be celibate? Blah, blah, blah. The reason, everything is energy. So you cannot give everybody your time or day or night, okay? Everybody can't have access to you. The reason why y'all be having a lot of bad energy is because y'all give too many people access to you. And when I realized that, it made a big difference. I'm like, ooh. So now I'm just like, I like the celibate life. It's very peaceful. I feel like you're very powerful too.
It is much more to life than sex. And now, come August the 3rd, that will be 5 years that I have been abstaining from sex. And yes, I remember the day. Okay, I remember when I got to the first month. I remember when I got to the third month. I remember when I got to 6 months. And I remember when I got to a year. Now, I have done a 6 months and a year before, like far as taking a break. But when I started seeing 2 years, I was like, ooh, I'm in it for the long run. Then I said, okay, now I'm finna be knocking at 5 years. I tell you, within these few years, I have had men come at me and I can see right through them. Sometimes I even sit there and let them run their little game. They think they run their game, and then I run them right through the door. Never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Because some people will sit and study you, and they'll come into your life with games, and they can destroy your life because God has a purpose for you. See, the enemy never like it when you are abstaining from sex. He wants you to be wrapped up in all of those webs of lies, of deceit, disease, lack and luster. Because just face the fact, if you out here just having sex with multiple people, and it could be just one person, and they're out here having sex with multiple people, and they bringing all those spirits back to you in your bed, and you wondering why you can't figure out what it is that you want to do with your life, and why you are so dysfunctioned. And a lot of times when I go out in the community, I can see it on women's faces, especially certain women that are very jealous hearted, because they're dealing with a man that is out here cheating on them. And so now they got resentment towards other women. You come in their atmosphere and they dry looking at you all funny and sizing you up and down. If you are happy with yourself, you're not going to be out here mistreating other women. You're going to be able to respect life and the humans and the life that lives on this earth. You're not going to be intimidated every time a woman walks in the room. I can see it. When women are dealing with dysfunctional men, they are dysfunctional. You continue, I know because I've been there before, where you say, I'm going to leave this person alone. Soon they start back having sex with you. Now you wrapped up in this web again. And then people saying, I thought you said you was going to leave that person alone. And you saying, oh, I was. And they not that bad. They trying. And this can go on for years and years and years. And next thing you know, here you go waking up and you 60 years old. Your whole life then went down the line. You 50, you 40, you 30 years old. You didn't spend all your life with this person. So in order for you to take your dignity back, your respect back, your self-love back, your self-care back, cut off sex. If you're in a relationship that the person is not respecting you, you do not reward them with your body. They do not deserve to be rewarded with your body. And this should go for men too. I'm just saying. This should go for men too. Men should have respect for themselves and who they choose to have sex with and who they choose to lay down with. They should be looking for a wife. But instead, someone want to be out here. They don't care. A lot of these men, they walk around here with these soul ties and they wondering why their life is not amounting up to nothing. It's because you haven't taken the time to search and find your wife. You're too busy trying to play games and getting these. Some men will spend their whole life, like my granddad used to say, whole life. My grandfather from the country, Mississippi, Yazoo. Woo woo. But my granddaddy, as country as he talked, he would say whole life. They would spend their whole life just jumping in and out of beds. No legacy, just kids all over the place. No legacy with no wife. And when God sent you a wife, you played over her, you manipulated her, you used her until you was tired of her. And now women like me are simply not going for it. Yes, when you are abstaining from sex, you get urges and all those things. But you know that is a part of life. It lets you know that your body is still working. Okay, that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. And one thing I've learned too is when you abstain from sex, if you are going down the wrong road, even if it's a relationship, it could be with a person you just met, a female or a male, like they want to become friends with you. You are able to see between the web of lies and malice intentions that is trying to enter into your life. See, the enemy, he won't just send it to you sexually. He'll send it to you by people who, how can I put this? Some people are spies for the enemy. They come into your life and they sit and watch you and they spy on you. So the enemy can give them certain fruits from him to come in and give you, and it rottens your teeth all along. So we're going to listen to some of these beautiful women and what they have to say.
I'm going to tell you guys 8 reasons why I decided to be celibate last year. 1, I just had anxiety through the roof when it came to dating. I was like constantly waiting for a text message, waiting for someone to make a plan, wondering what someone thought about me, overthinking every text, every situation, like ruminating on social media, and it was just really unhealthy. Dating just had my nervous system in a constant state of fight or flight. 2, I was stuck in a pattern, and what my pattern looked like was I would meet someone who I didn't like that much, which would cause them to start pursuing me, and I would entertain it, and then we would kind of, be dating or hanging out, and then eventually they would start to maybe pull away, or like I would feel like they were disengaging, and then that would make me start to become obsessive. Just started this endless loop of a cat or mouse chase, because I would be chasing and eventually I would get sick of it. So I would pull back a little and that would cause them to chase me. And I now understand that it's because we were just two emotionally unavailable people. We didn't actually like or want the other person. We just needed the validation. 3, all of this ties into the fact that I had really low self-worth. I understand that we are all the creators of our own realities, and something within me kept magnetizing these bad experiences. Or I was so uncomfortable being alone. Like I could not stand to spend one weekend night at home alone at my house. And this extended to friendships too. Like at one point I just looked up and I found myself surrounded by so many fake friends because I just so desperately needed to always be out of the house, always be kind of distracted by things to do and parties to go to, and realizing that I just couldn't stand to be alone, and that this was probably part of why dating was just not fun. I was dating for like almost survival instead of enjoyment. With all of this in mind, the amount of energy that dating was draining from me was obviously taking energy away from my work and my creative endeavors. 6, I was really stuck in a men are trash mindset, and I could see that the world around me was reflecting trash men back to me. I knew I had to shift that mindset before the world around me could look and feel different and good men could start showing up in my life. And lastly, 7, I knew that I wanted to be in love again. Like my next experience with a man, I want to be truly loving and caring, and what was showing up in my life was just like lust and infatuation. So I knew that I needed a reset.
Can read the room really quickly. Reading a room is a skill. It's called discernment. Celibacy gave me discernment off of people's character. I can really tell if they're for me or if they're against me. I can tell who sent you. I can tell if you are sent by God or you sent by the devil. I can tell straight up. So at the end of the day, I feel like celibacy is the wave, especially if you protecting your essence, if you are protecting your energy. That is the true peace of mind. Success can look different for all of us. True success for me is a peace of mind. True success for me is freedom. True success for me is clarity. True success for me is being tapped in the spiritual realm. You know, I'm a human, but I got a spirit now. And my spirit is in alignment, in the flow. I'm in flow, creativity, financially, emotionally, my energy is just in flow.
First one is reclaiming your time for growth. Let's start here. And I'm going to be real blunt. Listen, sex takes time, energy, mental space. Okay, even the fun flings, they be draining you when the vibes are off. Like, celibacy really helped me to take all of that back. Like, babe, listen, okay, once I stopped giving that good energy to certain men, right? And he might text back. I really had hours of clarity to work on myself. The psych insight is when you stop spending time navigating emotional roller coasters and start redirecting that, mental energy, your brain really starts building new patterns. Did you know that? Okay. More discipline, more focus, and more freedom. Listen. About to check it. Listen, I was so busy emotionally babysitting someone who wasn't even serious about me. I didn't even realize how behind I was on my own dreams. But once I stopped, I wasn't just really celebrating, I was really just free. So ask yourself, like, who would you be if you got your energy back? And like, is the D even worth it? Let's talk about worth it. Because sometimes, y'all just be doing it just to do it because that's just what adults do. But with so many things going on in the world, and like, you really gotta ask yourself, like, is it really worth it? Even if that is your man. But if your man acting out just because you're in a relationship with him, like, should you be giving it up to him? I don't know. I mean, that's up to you. But for me, I'm like, if you out here doing shit, you're not about to get my stuff all. My stuff ain't gonna be stinking because you out here slinging D out to the community.
And for those of you who made it to the end of this video, I want you guys to smash that like button and go ahead and give me your opinion down below. We're gonna try to keep it positive up in the comments section with respect. These are just my opinion and other women's opinion. We can only speak on our experiences, just like you can only speak on your experiences through life. All right, it's not about judging people, it's about judging ourselves and our lives and why we have chosen the relations that we have chosen at those times to cause us to have to go on the journey that we are on now, to be abstinence or abstaining, okay, or celibate. There are reasons why women and men today are choosing not to have sex now. I think what men are calling it, they are calling it semen retention or something like that. So yeah, this is not no bash no man video. Women click up to put men down or any of that. That's none of that. This is just my experiences. All right, there are good men out there, there are good women out there. So we just want to give our opinion. And if women are dealing with situations and not healthy relationships, this is just your confirmation to tell you to step away from that and take time to get to know yourself. And for the healthy men out there, you should respect that, because the woman that comes into your life, that God brings into your life, you want a woman that have healed, that have took the time out to get to know herself. So when you two come, and you should be doing the same. And so when you two come together, it should be a really great union. And then y'all go ahead and do your further work with each other from there and out. You don't want a woman coming to you just get out of toxic relationships just to get over some, like they say, in order to get, like old people used to say, in order to get over a man, you got to get up under another one. Or in order for you to get over a woman, you got to get up under another one. That's not the way. That's not the way. It's going to be toxic. That's all you're going to attract in your life is toxicity. We are human. We make mistakes. We sometimes make bad decisions or choices. on how we move. But if you have God as your source, you are going to be redirected. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, okay? I may entertain something as far as a conversation that is not meant for me. And once God correct me and put me in the right direction, I rearrange my spirit and get it back together. And it's called fasting. Whether you have to fast away from music for a week or two. Maybe you may have to fast away from TV or TV shows or conversations. Whatever it may be that you might have to do to get yourself aligned with God and his purpose for your life. Those men and women that didn't treat you right in the past, that's not your purpose. Your purpose is to get around the right people. All right? Spiritual, physically, and emotionally, the right kind of people in your life. Whether it's, relationships, friendships, people that God wants to enter your life. If you keep leaving room for negative people that have not done right by you, you're not going to be able to make space for the new that can. All right, God bless you guys, and God keep you.